Centaurs are Britain's most popular boat, and the reason is that in 26 feet you get an astonishing ability to deal with almost anything the UK climate can throw at you. You also get unbelievable accommodation. Now, you know about Centaurs. There's probably 30 on the market at the moment, but this is a good one. One of the good things it has is that it has roller reefing in the main. So you don't have to slab reef, you just wind that out and you wind out the genoa. I'm just going to show you how that's done. It's got a pretty good genoa. I haven't been using it because I had my red one up. I think it's slightly smaller than mine. I did ask for mine to be cut big. The sacrificial strip, UV strip, has probably got another 2-3 years in it. So no money to be spent there. This roller reefing never let me down yet. Windows are old but waterproof. No mid boat cleat, just that. Don't like that. Okay, here's the mainsail. Now, for the racing man, that is too flat for comfort. It is flatter than a flat thing. However, the advantage of it is that you can just roll away exactly the right amount, and so the boat can be perfectly balanced. Let me just tell you about the cockpit. The cockpit on the Centaur is one of its great triumphs. It is an amazingly sheltered place. Really, the weather gods can't get you in here. And when the spray hood is up, well, look at the protection that you've got. The tiller falls nicely to hand. I've got this tiller extension on here. Just makes the boat nicer to sail. There's a jobby for a tiller pilot. I'm taking mine with me. So now I'm going to take you down below, which is where Centaurs score. Okay. So they just have an amazing amount of space. Here's the cooking area. You can cover that. I'll clean the sink better before you take the boat. Cover that. There's the stove. There are all these cupboards here. And amazingly, there are these cupboards here. So when somebody comes and stays on the boat, although you have to give them a quarter berth, which is really wide at the back here, there's plenty of room at the back here for you to curl up. You can say to them, this is your locker and this is your locker. So it's really good for guests. There's another quarter berth across there. Another great big locker in there. Again, all these on the side here. Underneath, there's a big place for boat gubbins. Underneath, there's a big place for boat gubbins. Under here, there's a big place for boat gubbins. Under here you'll see, this is the, you can see it, Centaurs had keels which got a bit wobbly, because they hadn't got these strengthening things in. Well, this has been strengthened and there is no water getting in here. Let me just show you. Most Centaurs leak a bit. These are my bilges. I haven't emptied them in 6 or 8 weeks. Damp, but there's no standing water in there. Okay. This boat was owned by a plumber, so the plumbing is bloody brilliant. There's the water tap there. Watch this. That is a work of genius. Well done, Clive. There's another locker here, which is where I put the food. The hinge has gone here. Under here is the cool box. So, I mean, basically it'd be the same temperature as the hull. It works in the summer. keeps the stuff quite cool. But actually, all the bilges are pretty good. Okay, there's this hanging locker here. Gotta have one of those. This is the front cabin. Jill sleeps in here and I sleep in the other one because she sleeps like a bloody starfish. But this berth cushion comes in. And this converts to a pretty good double bed. There is also a locker for bags under here. Bone dry. And the bog. Well, you know, on boats, no bogs are great, but the Centaur bog is really good. First of all, there's room. This is a Lavac, so it doesn't smell. I promise you, it doesn't smell. Well, it's by a vacuum pump. Quite weird, but it's a great bog because it doesn't smell. And it really empties itself. And the other thing is, you can see this door here. If you're using the loo, you can shut that across to the saloon, so you've got a lot of knee room. It will work like that. But the best will in the world, it's not very good if you're trying to sleep here and somebody's having a dump here. It's just not good. Not nice. Okay. Let me just tell you about Centaurs. This is the second one. They almost, lots of them weep around the keels. Nothing to worry about that. This one doesn't because it was owned by a plumber. Well done, Clive. So it's really dry. All Centaurs have a little leak from up here. It's where the water just runs down the hatchway. There's a canvas cover which you can put over there, and I'll do that. Now, the reason, lots of blokes, they go, oh yeah, I saw your Centaur, I bought one. And you go, oh yeah, how much you pay? You go, £6,000. And you go, what's the engine? And they go, it's the old Volvo. Well, lads, the old Volvo will get you. At some stage, you will be got by the old Volvo. So, what you need to do is to buy a Centaur with a newer engine. And when I came to see this boat, I was going to kind of bargain with him a bit, see if I could knock him down a bit. I just thought, well, I can have him, not have him, but let's see if he'd do me a deal. And then I came down here. And there it is. It's 3 years old. It's been immaculately maintained. It's a fantastic engine. It's a brilliant installation. It's been beautifully, beautifully done. I've replaced the fan belt and the impeller in here and this filter here. And I've changed the oil and it's topped up with, this has got a heat exchanger. So you don't have salt water going through the engine, it just goes through the heat exchanger. So this will outlive anybody who buys the boat. It is an amazing little piece of machinery. Fantastic. Sips diesel. Absolutely sips diesel. This engine has not been started since January the 4th, so that's almost 3 weeks. So I'm going to fire it up now. Don't think about the boat too much. Think about the engine. Has it got a good engine? The biggest safety factor on any boat is when you press that button, you want the engine to start. This is a bloody cracker.